Hello students, today we will be demonstrating how to perform a butt weld single V-butt joint on a 10 mm thick mild steel plate using the dip transfer technique in a flat position. The objectives for this videos are
to prepare the plates with necessary beveling and root face using gas cutting and grinding, to preset the plates in alignment in horizontal plane with necessary root, gap and tech weld.
to set the welding parameters on the welding machine for root second and third passes, to deposit the root run with root penetration and uniform melting of both root faces of the joint. To ensure the effective interbed cleaning after depositing each run using wire brush, to deposit the second and third run using weaving technique to ensure the crater filling and avoid weld defects in the joints. So let's dive right into it. Safety is our top priority. So always wear your protective clothing and gear throughout the process. Wear
respirator, gloves,
steel toe rubber sole boots, fire resistant clothing, helmet and hood. The first step is to adjust the power source and wire feeder. Aim for 18 to 19 volts and 90 to 100 amperes with a gas flow of 8 to 10 liters per minute. These settings will provide the right balance for a smooth and controlled weld. Preset the pieces to an angle of 183 degrees to account for transverse distortion for plates of 10 mm thickness. Now, let's thoroughly clean the pieces to be joined. Pay special attention to the top of the plate, the side walls of the groove and the underside of the joint. The included angle of the single V-butt joint should be 40 to 45 degrees. Additionally, grind or file a 1.5 mm root face on each beveled edge as shown. This preparation ensures proper fusion and penetration during the welding process. Separate the two pieces to ensure a root gap of 2 mm. Next, take the pieces together and position them as shown. To avoid welding the plates to the table, place spacers underneath it. This setup will hold the pieces securely in place for the main welding process. Now comes the critical part, the welding technique. Hold the welding gun perpendicular to the joint and strike the arc at the tack. We'll be using the backhand technique, moving the torch from the left to the right end of the joint as shown. Maintain a 5 to 15 degree inclination towards the direction of travel. For the complete joint, follow the bead sequence shown. use a slight weaving motion to ensure the weld fuses with the side walls of the groove and the previous beads. It is very important to clean the root run by carbon steel wire brush to avoid any non-metallic inclusions during the second pass run. Set the current to 90 to 100 ampere and an arc voltage of 19 to 20 volt for the second run. Maintain a slower travel speed control to the root run. Once you have completed the weld, allow it to cool and then examine it closely. The root should show full penetration along its entire length, and the root reinforcement should protrude beyond the joint from 0.5 to 1 mm. The face of the weld should merge smoothly with the base metal, and the reinforcement should be at least 1 mm above the surface of the base metal without exceeding 1.5 mm. Let's quickly summarize. First, adjust power source to 18 to 19 volts, 90 to 100 ampere, 8 to 10 liters per minute gas flow. Now, let's thoroughly clean the pieces to be joined, tack and position securely. Use backhand technique, 5 to 15 degree inclination, weave gun for smooth flow, follow bead sequence, check for full penetration, proper reinforcement. Congratulations! You have successfully performed a butt weld single V-butt joint on a 10 mm thick mild steel using the dip transfer technique in a flat position. Thank you and goodbye.